Good morning. Today we'll be presenting the 2023 and 2034 financial performance report for Dash Lady and Farmfresh.
My name is Normas Aina Umi Umaira binti Mazmi. My ID number is SIT 24070173. I will present the brief breakdown and recent development of Dash Lady Milk Industries Berhad and Farmfresh Berhad. The first one is Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad, or DLMI. DLMI was incorporated in 1963 and is owned by Royal Friesland Campina, a global Dutch dairy cooperative. Over the years, the company has become one of the leading dairy producers in Malaysia, offering milk powder, liquid milk, and yogurt under well-known brands such as Dash Lady and Frizo. The company focuses on nutrition, innovation, sustainability, and support for local dairy farmers while maintaining strong product quality for Malaysian consumers. For recent development, DLMI has invested in a new manufacturing hub in Negeri Sembilan to improve operational efficiency, storage capacity, and order fulfillment. Despite relocation challenges, the company still recorded stable profit performance, showing resilience in a competitive dairy market. Overall, Dash Lady demonstrates strong operational capability, global support, and long-term sustainability focus. The next one is Farmfresh Berhad. Farmfresh was founded in 2009 by Loh Kian Chun and started as the wholesale milk company using imported cows from Australia. The company later received investment support from Khazanah Nasional, which helped expand its operations. Farmfresh operates a farm-to-glass vertically integrated model, meaning it controls the entire process from dairy farming, processing, until distribution. This system ensures consistent product quality, stable supply, and reduced dependence on imported raw milk. In terms of recent development, Farmfresh has expanded into the consumer packaged goods market and strengthened sustainability efforts, including operating a biogas facility that converts animal waste into renewable energy. The company also recorded strong revenue growth for the latest financial year, driven by market expansion and product diversification. Overall, Farmfresh shows rapid growth, innovation, and strong market expansion in the Malaysian dairy industry. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Nur Khadijah Atira binti Ahmad Nasran and my ID number SIT 24070008. So I will present about historical ratio analysis on both company for their 2033 and 2034 performance. I will start with Dash Lady. Dash Lady current ratio is 0.80 times in 2033 and increased to 0.84 times in 2034. Quiet ratio is 0.32 times in 2033 and increased to 0.36 times in 2034. Inventory turnover is 4.21 times in 2033 and it decreased to 4.04 times in 2034. Average collection period is 23.54 days in 2023 and increased to 30.56 days in 2034. Total asset turnover is 1.52 times in 2033 and dropped to 1.35 times in 2034. Debt ratio is 53.85% in 2023 and it decreased to 53.26% in 2034. Time interest earned is 22.31 times and decreased to 19.62 times. Net profit margin increased to 5% to 6.69%. Return on asset increased from 7.65% to 9%. Return on equity increased from 60.6% to 19.26%. This shows Dash Lady profitability improved in 2024. So I will move to Farmfresh. Current ratio is 3.01 times in 2033 and decreased to 2.93 times in 2034. Quick ratio is 1.94 times in 2033 and increased to 2.01 times in 2034. Inventory turnover is 2.76 times in 2033 and increased to 2.80 times in 2034. Average collection period is 75.3 days in 2033 and increased to 78.37 days in 2034. Total asset turnover is increased from 0.959 times in 2033 to 0.63 times in. Debt ratio increased from 40.16 to 45.84%. Time interest earned increased from 5.37 times to 5.08 times. 09 times. Net profit margin slightly decreased from 7.93 to 7.81%. Return to asset increased from 4.7% to 4.95%. Return on equity increased from 7.85% to 9.13%. This shows Farmfresh profitability is stable while the company is still growing.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Syamil bin Alias. My ID number SIT 24070316. So, this slide shows Dash Lady historical performance over two consecutive years. First, cash flow and liquidity slightly improvement into 2024 as both the current earn and quick ratio increase, showing better short-term liquidity, but they still below the recommended debt level. Next, asset management efficiency declined slightly with lower inventory turnover, asset turnover decrease, and longer collection period indicated slower movement of asset and receivable. For debt management, the debt ratio remains stable and the time interest earn ratio can easily cover the interest expenses, showing low financial risk. Finally, profitability improved into 2024 with higher net profit margin, return on asset, and return on equity, indicating stronger overall financial performance. So next, this slide shows FundFresh historical performance over 2 consecutive years. In terms of cash flow and liquidity, the company maintained very strong current and quick ratio in 2024, indicated sufficient liquid asset to meet short-term obligation. For asset management efficiency, inventory turnover improved, showing faster inventory movement. Although data collection period increased, meaning customer took longer to pay, asset turnover increased, but minor improvement in asset utilization. Regarding debt management, the debt ratio increased due to expansion, but it remained at manageable level and the company still cover its interest payment. Finally, profitability remains stable with a reasonable net profit margin, return on asset, and return on equity, suggesting the company is beginning to generate better return during its growth phase.
My name is Shalia Binti Asri and my ID number is SIT 24070285, and I will present for part 4 initiative action to improve the financial performance for both company in the future. For the steady milk industry Berhad, it's improve cash reserve. Dash Lady needs to increase its cash level because its liquidity is slightly low. The company can do this by controlling spending and focusing only on important projects. And the second one is speed up customer payments. Customers are taking longer to pay, so Dash Lady should encourage yearly payment using small discounts. Faster payments means better cash flow and lower risk of bad debts. The third one is maximize new factory output. Since the company invests a lot in the new factory, they should use it all full capacity and increase exports. This will improve efficiency and increase return. And the last one is focus on high-risk milk products. Dash Lady should focus more on premium and functional dairy products because this give higher profit margins and better long-term growth. Now we go to FundFresh Berhad. First, it fixed slow payment collection. FundFresh takes too long to collect payment. They should tighten credit rules and use digital system to remind customer to pay faster. And the second one is use excess cash properly. FundFresh has too much idle cash. They should use it to repay debt or invest in expansion to generate better returns. And the third one is reduce debt interest cost. The company should refinance loans at lower interest or use cash to pay expensive debts. This will improve financial stability. And the last one is lower production cost. FundFresh should produce cow feed locally instead of importing to produce costs. Lower cost will increase profit and shareholder returns.
So next, competitive analysis. This slide compares the liquidity ratio of Dash Lady and FundFresh for 2024. Dash Lady record a current ratio of 0.84 times and a quick ratio of 0.36, which are relatively low. In contrast, FundFresh achieve a current ratio 2.93 and a quick ratio 2.01. This show that FundFresh is much stronger liquidity position and is better able to meet short-term liabilities and convert asset into cash compared to Dash Lady. So, asset management ratio. Dash Lady win on efficient. They turn over inventory faster, 4.04 times, and most important, they collect cash in just 30 days than FundFresh. Overall, Dash Lady used its assets much more effectively to drive sales. Debt management ratio. In terms of debt, FundFresh is more conservative with a lower debt ratio of 45.84%. However, Dash Lady show how much higher financial strength. The ability to cover interest is 19.62 times higher than the earning compared to FundFresh. Profitability ratio. Finally, profitability, why FundFresh has an increased better profit margin, 7.81%. Dash Lady is a far superior in generating returns. Their 19.26% return on equity is double that of FundFresh, making them much more rewarding for shareholders.
Hi, my name is Norina Zendurin. My ID number is SIT 24070096, and I will be presenting the competitive performance summary and our opinion for both companies. This slide compares Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad and FundFresh Berhad in 2024. FundFresh shows stronger liquidity with a current ratio of 2.93 times and a quick ratio of 2.01 times, indicating a good short-term financial stability. It also recorded a higher net profit margin of 7.81%, showing better profitability from sales. Meanwhile, Dash Lady performs better in efficiency with a return on assets of 9% and a return on equity of 19.26%. Dash Lady also has a higher times interest earn ratio of 19.2% 0.62 times, which shows strong ability to cover interest expenses. In our opinion, Farmfresh is more suitable for short-term stability due to its strong liquidity ratios and higher profit margin. However, Dash Lady shows stronger long-term performance as it efficiently uses its assets and provides higher returns to shareholders. Overall, Farmfresh focuses more on short-term financial strengths, while Dash Lady creates better long-term values in the market.